guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate it as always. Today's video is going to be a first for my channel. I have never in the history of filming plus size hauls ever had an experience quite like this. And I'm not really sure what is going on with the company Boohoo, but the last several times that I've purchased from them, it's just sort of consecutively gone downhill in quality. And this time is just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. And I have featured them on my channel before. I've done several like plus size clothing hauls with them before and not had this much of an issue. As a YouTuber, I want to be able to post stuff in the description box that y'all will love and that you will really like and appreciate. I want it to be good quality. I want it to be worth your money. So, and I just don't know if I can trust Boohoo with that, if you know what I'm saying. So moving forward, we're going to be going in a different direction. So really quickly, I'm just going to give y'all a brief history. I made this purchase on November 10th and I didn't receive the package until December 2nd. So that's about 24 days or so, and it spent 2 weeks in Miami Customs, which, you know, is coming from overseas. That's kind of a normal thing. That's not something that I'm really that worried about. I just know how it is, especially when buying things from Wish, buying things from Shein. So, I mean, that's just is what it is. So this is what the big old bag looks like, and Boohoo is right. This is just a bag of sadness. And I just want to say really quickly that I generally wear a size between an 18 and a 20. Sometimes I wear a size 16, sometimes I wear a size 22, but generally it's an 18 to a 20. You're going to see a lot of those size variations in here. So some is going to be a 22, some is going to be a 16. The sizing is all over the place with Boohoo. So I just wanted to disclose that really quickly. The first thing that I picked up is probably the worst thing that I've ever bought in my life, and it is a jumpsuit. So this is what the first garment looks like, and it is a red velvet jumpsuit. And whenever I saw this online on the model, it looks so pretty. Everything looks so good on the models. I'm not really even sure if they're plus size models. Their bodies are just absolute perfection. But this is what it looks like. And online, it looked like the most beautiful, like fuchsia velvet fabric. And in person, it's actually a really pretty kind of a berry red color. It is very pretty. It kind of has that velvety like shift. So it has like a dark spot and light spots. It's really a nice fabric. However, it is quite sheer. So I picked this up in a size US 18 or a UK 22. It has these really thick collar details. So it has a really thick collar on the left hand side. It has a really thick collar on the right hand side. And then it kind of has like an Elvis / Hugh Hefner collar in the back. It just looks really bizarre on. And then it goes from the collar to a very deep V-neck area here that then goes to a cinched in waist. And it actually looks really cute at the waistline, except for these very odd silver buttons. Online, it looked like really nice detailed gold buttons, but in person, it's actually silver buttons, and they are plasticky, cheap, and hang on for dear life. I was talking to my friend the other day about this jumpsuit, and he said it reminded him of Sally O'Malley. If you remember Sally O'Malley from 1990s Molly Shannon SNL skits, it's perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sally O'Malley. I'm proud to say I'm 50 years old. I'm not one of those gals who's afraid to hide her age, unlike some other gals. And I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50.
And I picked this up for $23.13, and it's made out of 95% polyester and 5% elastane. And while that's all fine and good, it's like everything in this haul is made out of 95% polyester and 5% elastane. It's the most bizarre thing I think I've ever seen. But anyway, I digress. A couple of the things that makes this jumpsuit so bad, first of all, is the sizing. So the top portion is quite big and billowy. So if you have a smaller chest, this is going to swallow you. I have a 36 triple D, and it's still quite big in the chest area. And then whenever you go to the waist, it cinches you in, so it's a little bit tight in the waistline. However, when you get to the hip and thigh area, it is very tight. So it shows all your imperfections. It's going to show your shapewear. It's going to show your underwear. And then the quality is terrible. So it's got stitches and seams and things that are just popping all over. It's got missing stitches, it's got weird serges, it's got some like plasticky pieces that almost feel like it's burnt and scratchy. It's just a very odd quality for Boohoo. I've purchased stuff from Boohoo before, and like I said at the beginning, it's just kind of like gradually gotten worse. Maybe it's my selection, maybe it's me, I don't know. But this is definitely a hard pass and definitely a return. So the second thing that I picked up from Boohoo is a pair of jeans, and it is also really terrible quality. So this is what they look like. I picked these up in a size UK 20 or a US 16, and they're actually very, very big for a size 16. But the first thing that I was kind of about was the button. So whenever you look at it up close, that is what it looks like. And it's just sort of a cheap, like a hollow metal button. But then whenever you look up close to the stitching at it, all that stitching is starting to come out already. But I mean, I paid $16.75 for these jeans. So I was kind of like, okay, they're not that much. But then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, well, I bought jeans from Walmart that are fantastic quality for less money. So I can't really use that as an excuse with these, but you know how it is. Whenever you go down to the pockets, this is what the pocket looks like. So it's kind of a shallow pocket. And the problem with the pocket is whenever you start to walk, it's so shallow made that this like cottony material starts to pop out on both sides really, really easily. So it's just very, very odd the way it was designed. And then another design element that is unfortunate with these is the sizing. So these are meant to be sort of like the high-waisted Fashion Nova jeans. It kind of goes past your belly button, and it does do that, but it is so big at the waist that it doesn't cinch you in at all. But it's very, very tight in the legs. So it's big in the waist, big in the butt. It gives you that saggy bottom butt, and then the legs are super, super tight. It just doesn't make sense. The whole design aspect is very, very odd with these. Whenever you go down to the bottom, this is what the bottom seam looks like. So I don't know if you can tell, they have this really nice distressed detail, and it's also cut across the bottom here, so it doesn't have a hem. But when you go to the other side, it's completely different. So it has a seam that runs at the bottom, and the seam is actually cut there. So all of this stitch is all coming out, and it's very loose and just an odd looking stitch. And that's just kind of how it is throughout the whole jean. The material is made out of 98% cotton and 2% elastane. I'm actually very surprised because these are quite stretchy, especially in the butt area. But in the leg area, they're not nearly as stretchy. So I'm just kind of wondering what's going on here. That's probably why they're so cheap and inexpensive, because there's probably a design flaw. But either way, these are going to be a return. I'm just overall very unhappy with these. And yeah. So the third thing that I picked up from Boohoo is a dress, and whenever I saw it online, I was so excited to get it in. So this is what it looks like, and it's from the brand Boohoo, so it's a Boohoo exclusive. And it's this really pretty kind of a textured, slinky black midi length dress. So it has a mock neck turtleneck, and then it goes down to a nice long sleeve, and it has a nice long slinky line. So it is a bit curve hugging, and it gives your body a nice silhouette. And I picked this up for $11.97. So you're over there thinking, that's a hell of a deal. Where's the link in the description box? Hold up. Because this dress is absolutely, totally see-through. It's a nightgown. It's a nightgown for whenever you're about to get busy with your significant other. That's about the only time that you could wear this dress. So you remember at the beginning of the video when I said that everything is made out of 95% polyester and 5% elastane? We have it again. How is this material the same thing as this material? It does not make any sense. It's made out of 95% polyester and 5% elastane. It's just very odd. This is like nothing but elastic, and it's see-through elastic at that. So apart from this dress being actually see-through, it's actually made really, really well. So whenever you go around the sides and the edges, all the serging is perfectly fine. It doesn't have any extra strings that are popping. It's just a nice cut to it. It looks really nice on. So if you do choose to buy something like this, make sure that you have the proper undergarments, unless that's your thing. No judgment, but make sure that you have the proper undergarments to wear it, because if you have flash photography or daylight whatsoever, that's all that needs to be said. So the next thing I picked up from Boohoo is a pair of pants, and it's not just any pair of pants. It is a hot pink pair of pants, and whenever I saw this on the model, she was wearing these trousers with a matching hot pink blazer, and I just fell in love. I didn't buy the blazer because I had something that I wanted to wear with this, but these are what they look like. And I picked these up in a size US 18 or a UK 22. And let me tell you, these are tragic. So the first thing that really aggravates me about these pants is the material that they chose to make them out of. So I don't know if you can tell, but these are very, very stretchy, legging-like material. They had such an opportunity to make a killer item, and they chose to make it out of legging material. What on God's green earth? Why? So have you ever seen a person who is wearing like flesh colored leggings? They're walking around and it looks like they might not be wearing pants. Well, that's kind of what you get whenever you wear these. Whenever you turn them around and you're wearing them without shapewear, you can see everything. You can see everything. As far as the design goes, they're actually very, very nice looking. They don't look good on, but they look really nice hanging on a hanger, if that makes sense. So I think these were supposed to be high-waisted. They were high-waisted looking on the model, but whenever you get them on, they kind of sit very oddly between kind of your lower belly and your upper belly, so they really are unflattering. And then the belt, which is a really nice touch, I'm glad they included the belt, but whenever you look at it up close and you turn it around, so this is what the back of the belt looks like. So it's actually very, very cheap in construction. It just has this kind of ironed on material that holds it closed. And then whenever you're wearing the belt loops are actually stretchy as well. The belt wants to ride up and sit at your natural waistline. The pants want to actually roll down, sort of like really odd shaped shapewear, if that makes sense. So it's just very, very odd. And then when you talk about the quality, it has missing stitches, pop stitches, really odd stitches all over the place. And the pants actually have nice functional pockets, which is a really nice detail. They could have hit these out of the park. And the material is made out of, once again, 95% polyester and 5% elastane. How is that possible? So the second to last thing that I picked up from Boohoo is another dress. And it's not just any dress, it is a sequins dress. And if y'all know me, you will know that I am obsessed with beads and sequins. I just love it. I think it adds so much to a garment. And so that's what I picked up. I picked up a really pretty black sequins dress, and this is what it looks like. Don't get your hopes up. It is horrible. So first of all, I'll go ahead and touch on the things that I really like about this dress. First of all, it has a really nice kind of a casual t-shirt neckline. I also like the way the sleeves hang. So it is a little bit of a longer sleeve, so it just kind of surpasses the biggest portion of your arm, and it lays very, very nicely. Kind of like an oversized t-shirt, which I actually really, really like. The third thing I like is that it has a hidden zipper in the back. Now this is a pro and con of this dress. The sequins are so closely sewn to it that you're hitting and grabbing sequins with the zipper. So whenever I first tried this dress on, I had help with my husband, and I almost couldn't get this dress off. It was almost a panic situation. I thought I was gonna have to cut it off because it was just really, really snagging and not wanting to come off. And the fact that the waistline is so tight, I wasn't able to pull it off. So that is a con in my opinion. Also, the fact that this is a size 16, the top portion is quite big and billowy, but whenever you go down to the bottom, it has a really nice A-line cut to it. So if you're going to be wearing this at nighttime, or dancing or whatnot, it does have a lot of movement. You can move around with ease in this and you're not feeling like you're constricted in any way, which I really do like. The quality of the fabric is really terrible. It's got really, really terrible stitching. Whenever I wear this, sequins are going everywhere. So the material is made out of 100% polyester for the shell and then 100% polyester for the lining. So if you're familiar with polyester, it doesn't have a lot of give, it doesn't have a lot of breathability. So just keep that in mind if you are buying a dress like this. However, this is something that I would not recommend. It looks really pretty online, it looks really pretty in pictures, but in person, the quality is really, really subpar at best. So the final dress that I picked up from Boohoo is kind of a keeper, and if y'all watched my Walmart shapewear try on haul video, you would have seen this dress in action. So this is what it looks like, and this is very beautiful, like a ox blood crimson-y v-neck midi length sequins dress, and I picked this up in a size UK 24 or US 20, and I am absolutely in love with this dress. I paid the same price as the black dress, which was $31.50, and this one is a little bit different, whereas it's kind of cinched in all the way down to a midi length dress, but it's also very cinched in at the waist, and it has long sleeves. So this dress is actually very similarly made to the black dress, except for this dress is better quality. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the hidden zipper, and as you can see, you could actually see the hidden zipper. So it kind of goes down and up a little bit more with ease, if that makes sense. Whereas the black dress gets caught on every single sequins. It's just really an issue. It just wants to pop seams and pop sequins all over the place. Whereas this one goes up and down a lot easier. And another reason why I like this dress as opposed to the black dress so much is because it was sewn together properly. So whenever this was sewn together, they were keeping in mind the direction of the sequins, whereas the other one, you can kind of feel the sequins overlapping and it was just really pokey and uncomfortable whenever you'd sit down. This one is not like that. It's almost like snake skin, so it's very smooth all the way down to the bottom. When you go down to the bottom, and it was something that I was actually really surprised about with this dress, is that it is a midi length. However, it becomes kind of translucent about at the knee. So I don't know if you can tell, it has a little bit of translucence right there, but the sequins continues all the way down to the midi length. And then it also has about a 6-inch slit in the back. And at first I wasn't really sure if I was going to like that translucent detail. I was thinking that it would make it look a lot more cheap, but in actuality it makes it look a lot more expensive. It just adds a little touch of something. It's a little sex appeal, and with the added slit in the back, it just looks really, really pretty and feminine. And I think you could pair so many different things with this dress. Hot pink lip, winged liner, minimal jewelry, and you're good to go. Really nice strappy heel, and this is a perfect like Christmas dress, New Year's dress. It would look stunning. Not necessarily recommending Boohoo by any means, but if you're gonna pick up anything, pick up that one. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this Boohoo plus size try on haul. I hope y'all found this video enjoyable and helpful. I tried to end it on a high note as best I could. If y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe. You know your girl would appreciate it. Also, thank y'all so much for watching. I always appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I'll be seeing y'all very, very soon. Bye!